Americans will spend $15.5 billion celebrating the 4th of July this year. $15.5 billion. On hot dogs, on fireworks, on beer, on road trips, on decorations. And for most people, it will feel more expensive than last year, which felt more expensive than the year before, which felt more expensive than the year before that. So today we are going to answer the question most people are asking, but nobody is explaining. Why does the 4th of July cost more every single year? And who exactly is getting rich from it? Let us start with the cookout. The American Farm Bureau Federation surveys the cost of a classic July 4th cookout every year. This year, a meal for 10 people, cheeseburgers, chicken breasts, potato salad, strawberries, lemonade, and ice cream, costs $73.82. That is up 4% from last year, and it is the highest it has ever been since the survey began in 2016. Now, you might be wondering, 4% does not sound that bad. What is actually driving the increase? Beef is the biggest culprit. Beef prices are up 7.4% over the last year alone. That is because domestic cattle supply is at a multi-decade low. A screwworm outbreak near the southern border cut off imports from Mexico, and global demand for American beef has been rising. Less supply, higher demand. Your burger costs more. Chicken is actually the one bright spot. Chicken prices are up only 1%. So if you are grilling this weekend, chicken is your inflation hedge. Now, let us talk about fireworks. This is where the story gets really interesting. 99% of all consumer fireworks sold in the United States come from China. Every sparkler, every Roman candle, every bottle rocket, every aerial shell. 99%. China. And right now, the United States has a 54% tariff on Chinese goods. You do not need a degree in economics to understand what that means. When you tax something that costs $1 by 54%, it now costs $1.54. Somebody has to absorb that cost. And in most cases, that somebody is you. The American Pyrotechnics Association has been sounding the alarm on this for months. They warned that cumulative tariffs could seriously cripple the fireworks industry. Some popular consumer items that cost $150 last year are now approaching $300. Small fireworks businesses that depend on a single selling season of a few weeks per year are caught in the worst possible position. They ordered inventory months in advance, paid the tariffs, and now have to decide whether to absorb the loss or pass it on to consumers. And here's the timing that makes this worse. This July 4th is not just any July 4th. This is America's 250th birthday, the semiquincentennial, a once-in-a-generation milestone. The demand for fireworks this year was always going to be record-breaking, and it is colliding with the most expensive supply environment in the history of the fireworks industry. The result? You pay more. Now, let us zoom out to the full picture. Where does all $15.5 billion actually go? Food takes the largest share, $9.4 billion. Most of that flows through grocery chains, which take their margin, pay their suppliers, who take their margin, leaving farmers with less than 6 cents of every food dollar spent. 6 cents. Alcohol accounts for $3.87 billion. Beer alone is the single largest beer-selling occasion in the entire American calendar. Bigger than the Super Bowl, bigger than Memorial Day. The big beer brands, the major distributors, the retail chains, they all have a very good July 4th. Fireworks account for $2.2 billion. Most of that flows through import companies, distributors, and retail stands. Very little of it stays local. The fireworks themselves come from factories in China. That value was already captured overseas before the product ever arrived. And travel accounts for billions more. Airlines, hotel chains, and rental car companies run some of their highest prices of the year this weekend. Washington, D.C. hotel rates are up 137% year over year for July 4th week this year, because of the 250th anniversary drawing visitors from across the country. So here's the honest picture. You spend more every year. Some of that is genuine inflation, the cost of ingredients, fuel, and labor all rising. Some of it is tariff pass-through, costs imposed by trade policy landing on your wallet at the cash register. And some of it is just the economics of celebration. The holidays where demand surges are the same holidays where prices surge. The people getting rich from July 4th are not your neighbors. They are the grocery chains, the beer distributors, the fireworks importers, the airline revenue management algorithms, and the hotel chains. Your neighborhood cookout is a beautiful thing, and it is also a $15.5 billion economic machine that mostly flows upward. Now, what can you actually do about it? Switch beef for chicken and save 7% on your protein. Buy your fireworks early, before the holiday surge pricing kicks in on the last few days. Road trip instead of fly. And shop the sales. 51% of July 4th shoppers this year are specifically hunting for deals because they know prices are up. Enjoy the 250th birthday of America. Just know what you are paying for and who is cashing the check. If this one made you think twice about your July 4th budget, share it with someone who is planning the cookout this weekend. Subscribe so you do not miss what comes next, and leave a comment. What are you spending on July 4th this year? Is it more than last year? Big ideas, plain language, finally clear.